Better Call 4.
A collective sigh of relief for student loan borrowers. The news coming earlier this week that the Biden administration is planning another extension to the payment pause after calls from congressional Democrats. Now, the freeze on federal student loan payments began at the start of the pandemic in 2020. That moratorium pushed back repeatedly, but one local borrower I spoke with at the very beginning tells me he is still concerned about what's next with his debt. In tonight's Better Call 4, advice from a student loan expert about what he and other borrowers can do now to be prepared when the pause ends. For 2 years, millions of current or former students like Joshua Moore have been excused from making payments on their federal student loans because of the pandemic.
I think for some people, the moratorium is fantastic. If you're a really high earner and you can pay off just your student debt, this is a great time.
But for Moore, that's not the case.
I now owe more than I do on my home.
Over $100,000 owed in loans and interest. Moore says he welcomed the pause in payments initially, but for him and many other borrowers who live paycheck to paycheck, it's a temporary solution.
And just extending it just kicks the can down the street, and not very far.
But the federal government is expected to extend the freeze again, this time until at least August, which means in just a few months, borrowers like Moore will have to pick up where they left off on payments.
Now is the best time to start thinking and planning for your financial future. Do not wait.
Bruce McClary works for the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, and he says if you can, make a payment or two before August 31st.
They can continue making payments during this period of time and can benefit from the interest-free period in reducing the principal balance of their overall student loan debt.
But focus first on what's most important.
If you are in a situation of financial distress and you need to focus on other debt that's falling behind, it's certainly advisable to go ahead and take advantage of this period of time that allows you to skip student loan payments.
And look at the big picture.
It's important to think about your entire financial picture, not just your student loans. So if you're going to be going back to a full payment schedule, you need to fit that into your budget. You need to know what impact that's going to have.
Now, if you'd like some additional information on how to budget before payments resume, I've linked a few resources for you in this story on NBC4i.com. Now, remember, if you need help, you feel like you aren't being heard, you better call 4 at 614-212-4444. You can also visit our website, NBC4i.com/BetterCall4, and tune in every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 5:45 to watch Better Call 4.